Decision has generated reactions bordering on political and ethnic sentiments, leading to a verbal war between both sides. In our next report, our correspondent, Sheon Okimbaluyi, takes another look at the issue.
Deportation, repatriation are some of the words used when these people were taken from Lagos to Anambra State, where they say is their home state. Lagos State, being a commercial center, attracts all manner of people who come here to do several kind of business. On the streets of Lagos is where you find all kinds of people, the bad, the good, and the ugly. People like these you'll find in the most pitiable conditions, and especially in environments that are undignifying. And sometimes you find them in the most dangerous of places. For some years now, the Lagos State government has embarked on the project of removing those it feels constitute some form of nuisance. The popular ones are the infamous area boys, Agbero as they are locally referred to, even as most of them are indigents of Lagos. This time around, what strikes one at first is why would a Nigerian be said to be deported in his own country? Or why would Lagos send people of other ethnic stock parking?
They were deported from Lagos. And I call it an humanitarian approach to humanity. Then, coincidentally, they were dumped at Opiweka in my local government. We cannot leave them in that formation because we know very well that our good governor, the governor of Anambra State, is a humanitarian man in character. So we have to apprehend them and keep them in our local government. We have been clothing them, feeding them.
And Lagos did what it did because of security issues. Lagos took them to rehab centers, fed them, clothed them, cleaned them up. And then when they were, able to speak, they were engaged. And so they want to go into that because you need to take them where their people are.
Considering Section 41, subsection 1 of the Nigerian Constitution, which says every citizen of Nigeria is entitled to move freely throughout Nigeria and to reside in any part thereof, and no citizen of Nigeria shall be expelled from Nigeria or refuse entry thereby or exit therefrom. The action by the Lagos government went viral on the digital media and brought some ethnic sentiments and even drew political battle lines from Lagos to Anambra State.
And there is all politics of November, because why I say that is that the national chairman of APGA, Savik Tume, went on national television at a press conference and said that the number is not even 72, that is 76, or more than that, and that these were APC talks being sneaked into Anambra State to help APC rig the November 16 governorship election.
At first, the Anambra State government says it wasn't informed of the plan by the Lagos government to transfer some of its people. But some of the documents made available to Channels Television reveals there have been some correspondence between Lagos and Anambra State governments. The first letter dated 9th of April 2013, and it says that 14 Anambra persons have been rescued by Lagos government and are awaiting collection for integration. About a week later, the letter was replied, signed by the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Anambra State in the Liaison Office of Lagos, Mrs. Chukudum Uchioma. Governor Obi's aide in the letter requested Lagos to provide detail of the 14 persons for a proper inquiry. 14 days later, Lagos State government replied with a letter and attached a list of the persons and their local government area of origin.
I'm convinced that Mr. B spoke on the basis of information available to him as at that time. I do not think we made the statement anymore because the facts are there. Therefore, any time we have people be relocated to their state of origin, things will be done in a better way. But I am absolutely convinced that if the state government of Anambra had responded more appropriately at the right time, this issue would have arisen. After all, there were people who had been relocated to Katsina, to Akwa Ibom, and so on and so forth. They were not dumped. Their state government made arrangements and collected these people. So there is clearly a communication failure within the machinery of the Anambra state government.
A close look at some of these people and what they say speaks volume. One of them tells what she does in Lagos.
We are going to our place now. They drop us in this what is the bridge? I used to say up. She Nicholas.
When we check through the list provided to us, her name is clearly not there. There are several unanswered questions about the whole situation, although we know that the transference of people from one state to their home state is not new. But then, at what point is a man identified as unfit for a particular environment, and could there be any form of a unified federal welfare scheme to cater for the helpless without the risk of being transferred from where they have known as home to a home state? I guess several questions demanding deep thought and urgent answers too. Seun Okinbaloye reporting for Channels Television News.